coming in the ring at this time. He's accompanied by the Freak Daddy A.J. Frost and the APW United States Heavyweight Champion Viper, representing the Element of Darkness, weighing in at 190 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jesse Black.
Give us some more volume on the table mic, please. Some more volume on the table mic.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the corner from Spartanburg, South Carolina, weighing in at 220 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, this is Buckshot.
Well, Dan Parrish, here we go, and we're off to the races with Jimmy Brothers, the referee, for this opening event that pits Buckshot, who we saw injured here last week, but he has a brace on that knee, and one thing for sure, down Paris, that knee's not 100%, but Buckshot got two men on the outside of the ring, and Freak Daddy A.J. Frost, and also with Viper, and this A.J. Frost, I tell you, Dan, you must get your hair done like that next week, like A.J. Frost. That is the most disgusting hairdo I've ever seen on a white human being.
Well, Charlie, we'll take a look at him a little more in action, and he is absolutely looking ridiculous tonight.
You're absolutely right, Dan Parrish. And in that ring now, Viper has the advantage on Buckshot, takes him up and over with a big power suplex, and the referee out of position down for the count of two, and Buckshot kicks out at the count of two, Dan.
Real quick, I wasn't here last week. What happened, Section 8 was forced to team with Sergeant Boomer Payne. Buckshot Carter was injured, and an unlikely combination of Boomer Payne, who has a strong hatred for Section 8, wound up with the tag team title.
Well, what happened, Dan, is that Boomer Payne was very instrumental in injuring Buckshot. And I didn't know anything else to do since Buckshot. I wasn't going to put three men on just one. So what I done is made Boomer Payne don wrestling tights and teamed with Section 8, and they became the new APW Tag Team Champions here last week.
In spite of all that, there's still not a very good relationship between these two guys. They don't like each other at all.
That's exactly right. A very nice flying hurricanrana there by Buckshot, followed by a big chop as Jesse Black's in the corner. You know, I don't particularly care for the way that Jesse Black wrestles, Dan, but one thing for sure, he has really come along in the last couple of years and has become a real top competitor. And this opening match is going to be a barn burner between him and Buckshot.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, Jesse Black is, along with Viper and A.J. Frost, the elements of destruction, EOD, these guys have definitely got an agenda to try to take over APW here, Charlie.
That's right, Dan. And notice now that Jesse Black, taking every shortcut that he can as he goes for Buckshot's hair, delivers a big body slam. And I tell you, Buckshot's going to have to get a second win here, or he's going to be out to count of 2, and Buckshot kicks out once again.
Also, Charlie, want to say hello to Tony Gowan. Tony, man, it's good to see you again. APW is doing very, very well here.
It's good to be here tonight. It's good to be back. I wasn't here to be able to be here last week, and it's always good to be here and see all the action going on. And this turned into one heck of a matchup here tonight between Jesse Black and Buckshot. Both of these men just going at it, giving it all they can.
All right, Tony, thank you very much. And
Charlie, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to try to make this guy a commentator yet. I mean, he's done a good job with us. When you haven't been here, he's done a real good job sitting in with me. And, you know, Gene is gone, and he ain't coming back for a long, long time because he's in Sweet Home, Alabama. And we certainly miss our good buddy Gene Restaino. So we'll just let Tony see if we can bring him into the fold, so to speak.
Well, Tony does a real good job. This is sort of a new undertaking for him. And, you know, you just don't learn this business overnight. And I think he's doing a real fine job just to have been at it for a short period of time, Dan.
Well, I'll actually go on record and say this. When I first got into this commentating thing, a person that was my mentor was you. So it's time for you to adopt another one, Charlie.
Well, Dan, we had a lot of fun back in those days. And, you know, we've seen a lot of talent come and go. And we do think a lot of Gene Restaino. Gene was a real good guy to work with and always had a big old grin and easy to get a laugh out of. And I enjoyed having him around. And it's good to know that he's doing real good in Sweet Home, Alabama. Him and Mae Young up there probably making snowmen out on the front lawn.
I shudder to think.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know whether Mae can even roll a ball anymore or not.
Well, in the meantime, Jesse Black doing a number on Buckshot Carter, and that knee is in very bad shape.
That's exactly right, Dan. These guys are going at it hammer and tongue. A big DDT there by Jesse Black going for the cover, the count of 1, the count of 2, and once again, Buckshot kicks out. One thing for sure, Dan, these guys has absolutely went non-stop since that opening bell, and the Buckshot catches Jesse with a big foot to the midsection. And what in the world you call that, Dan?
That's a pedigree pile driver, and that'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, Buckshot.
The winner, and wrestling fans, we'll have more exciting action coming up momentarily.
Step aside, because Barker's got something to say. I told every one of you Spartanburg buck-tooth hillbilly rednecks that it was a matter of time before EOD held all the gold in APW. Hey, boy, shut your mouth before I come out there and smack the gas out of your teeth. Let me tell you something right now. Barker will be a fighting champion. And I'm gonna offer an open challenge to anybody in the APW dressing room that's got the cojones to come out here and step in the ring with the heavyweight champ. Hey, boy, you ought to be ashamed to wear that Clemson Tigers jersey. You ought to be ashamed. Didn't they lose about 40 to nothing a couple weeks ago? Hey, boy. The only reason I ain't coming over that wall to kick your butt. Boy, let me tell you something. I'm big enough to come over that wall and slap the hair off your chin. And then I go home and show your woman what a real man's all about. Woo! Just like I'm going to take you over here to the local Holiday Inn and show you what a real man's all about. So, what I got to say right now is if there's anybody in the back that wants to accept Barker's challenge, come on out here and do it right now. But frankly, I don't think there's anybody back there man enough. Well, nobody coming. Don't nobody want to feel the EOG brand. Pretty dead. There ain't nobody. Hey, I said, man.
Accepted this challenge evidently, Dan Parrish. Guy that calls himself Dirty. And what is that belt he's got there, Dan?
That's the Carolinas Championship.
Carolina Championship belt.
You know what they say? Two is better than one. So I'll step up to the plate. Because I'm the dirtiest man in the locker room. I'm dirtier than you ever dream of. And I got these two rednecks in Spartanburg, South Carolina backing me up. And she like the play. So tonight, in the main event, me and you, I'm gonna get that belt, buddy.
Trying to intimidate. He's trying to intimidate Dirty as he gets nose to nose, telling him he don't want none of it.
Looks like it may be getting ready to break down already, Charlie.
Yeah, well, this remains to be seen. Dirty throwing his belt down. I think he's ready. And Creek Daddy A.J. Frost is about to have a conniption here. The crowd firmly getting behind Dirty. And just don't like Viper at all. Viper does not like this, Dan Parrish.
That is correct. This seems to be getting the best of him.
Ali or whatever the hell your name is. The only reason I ain't kicking your butt right now, because Viper's got his $90 shirt and his $100 jeans on. I'm looking good as only I can look. And I ain't wanting to mess my clothes up. But I'm going to go back here in the back and put my gear on. And if you want a piece of my butt, you can get it a little later on.
Viper said those were $100 pants. I know those. That's what he got for Christmas. His girlfriend asked him, said, Viper, what do you want for Christmas? He said, I want something to wear and something to play with. She bought him a $3 pair of pants with a hole in the pocket.
Hey, the only reason I ain't kicking your butt, Charlie, man, is because you old and crippled. So you better sit down and shut up before I come back there and smack them glasses off your face. ball for a 15-minute time limit.
All right, we got action, and Scott Youngblood. Scott Youngblood will battle Buddy Rose Jr. And Charlie, I'm going to tell you what, Buddy Rose Jr. has come out here and he's really got everybody all upset.
Well,
But
I'll say one thing about Playboy Buddy Rose. This guy's got more mouth than a poor Georgie mule. I've never in my life seen a guy that loves to get on the microphone. Well, I do know one other fellow that can hold a light to him, but we won't go into that. Buddy Rose definitely loves to get on the mic and talk and say absolutely nothing, man.
well, I would say that what he says may not mean a lot to you or I, but it certainly gets these people all tore up.
Well, he really resents being called Barney, and if he resents that so bad, then maybe he should change his attire from that poor purple to a more modern color, Dan.
Perhaps so.
Let's see now. Sad headlock by Scott Youngblood. Shoulder arm tackle. Jumps over him. And he thinks he's really outsmarted Scott Youngblood. Youngblood takes him over with a nice hip toss there, Dan.
Yeah, hip lock take over with the headlock, and I'll tell you what, he's keeping his man at bay.
Well, one thing for sure, the action fast and furious in this second match here on this edition of American Pro Wrestling. And the referee asking Barney, a.k.a. Playboy Buddy Rose Jr., if he wants to give it up. And he just sends Youngblood in to that corner turnbuckle face first, Dan.
That's right. He's got Youngblood in a lot of trouble. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be an exciting night. I wonder if Youngblood can turn the tide. And Tony, I see they've had a few changes in the card, but so far, what an exciting night right here with American Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, it's been just an action-packed evening so far, and here we are in the second match. The fabulous Playboy Buddy Rose, he's gotten away from Boomer Payne and Payne's platoon, but still, his actions in the ring are no better. He's still up to those same old ways, and he really is taking it hard and fast to Scott Youngblood here. Youngblood is going to have to really try to mount a comeback, or he might fall down under the pressure that Playboy's putting him under.
Well, you know, Charlie, that's very, very valid. And let's see what happens here. We got two. Youngblood hooks his man. Only two again, this time with Youngblood. He's right, you know, man, there's a lot stacked against Youngblood in this situation.
That's right. I think that Barney is definitely has more experience. He's been around a lot longer than Scott Youngblood, but we're going to see exactly how youth and agility and Indian fares against none other than Playboy Buddy Rose, Dan.
All right, you know, Youngblood has probably been wrestling about 2 or 3 years, but I hate to say it, a nice neck breaker, but this Buddy Rose Jr., man, he's been wrestling about 12 years or so.
Yeah, that's right. He's been around for a long time, and notice now that Youngblood is in a lot of trouble as Buddy Rose Jr. continuously works on that midsection, Tony. And one thing about Buddy Rose, he's been around long enough to know if he gets a certain part of that body weakened, he's going to stick right with it.
That's right. You know, that's the one thing that it kind of disappoints you when you see a man like Buddy Rose. he's got all the skills to make it in the ring, but yet he'll go to the cheating ways as anytime the opportunity comes up.
Any shortcut.
Yeah, just anything he can do to get the win. And Scott Youngblood trying to mount a comeback here. He's laying in those chops, and I know one thing, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of one of those.
That's exactly right. Don't want to be on no receiving end of none of those tomahawk chops, because Scott Youngblood certainly throws a vicious tomahawk chop. Look at Barney now. He's choking away, using that middle rope as a little bit of leverage. And I guarantee you, Dan, you cut a man's wind off, you got the best of him right there.
No matter what the size. Hey, we got a fall here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, the fabulous Corporal Buddy Rose Jr.
You saw it, everybody watching our show here saw. Buddy Rose goes up on that middle rope for an extra point of leverage, Dan. And wasn't no way that Scott Youngblood could get out of that with Playboy with his feet across those ropes.
No way, Charlie, because Jimmy Bravo was watching his shoulders. He wasn't watching his feet. He was watching Youngblood's shoulders, that they would be counted down.
Well, I noticed you were yawning there, Dan. Did you stay out too late last night?
No, not too bad, Charlie.
All right, Dan. Dan Ferris observing all of this action here with us tonight, along with Tony to my left, and Buddy Rose Jr. headed for the exit. Buddy Rose Jr. believes that those who fight run away lose to fight another day.
This matchup of six-man tag team contest with a 25-minute time limit. Your referee once again, Mr. Jimmy Bravo.
All right, we're ready to go. It's six-man tag team action. And I'll tell you what, I do have a story to tell about one Barry Rose in just a moment. Official Jimmy Bravo trying to check out everyone in the ring, making sure they're ready. All right, Charlie, before we get going too awful deep into this match, man we see on the apron standing next to DL Cool is Barry Rose. Barry Rose has probably been wrestling off and on for about 20 years, and at one time he was a part of a tag team called Bad Medicine with a man that's retired by the name of The Breeze. And I understand he took this Jacob Stone under his wing, and he wanted to come back out of the dust and mothballs, out of retirement, and get back in the ring and take this guy in here with him, Jacob Stone. So let's see if an old dog still has plenty of tricks. You know, you can't teach one that, you know, that's the old adage. But does he still remember those old tricks is what I wonder.
Well, that'll be very interesting to see, Dan, as this match progresses and he gets tagged in. And this is the first time that I've had a look at this Jacob Stone. What do you know about him, Dan?
Well, like I just said, very little other than the fact that Barry Rose has trained him. He took him under his wing. He got him started in wrestling, and they made their way back here into APW. I mean, Barry Rose, like I said, is a veteran, but Jacob Stone brand new, I guess, pretty much. And he's going to make sure that that he learns everything he can from a man like Barry Rose.
Little kicks there by Neil Nitro, and he caught him right in the mush with that, Dan.
Oh, yeah, he stung him. He rung his bell, no doubt about it.
Well, one thing for sure, Tony, these guys, this six-man tag team action here tonight, this should be a very exciting match. And we got a kind of small competitor over there that we saw here a few weeks ago, and that's Triple X number 2, I think.
That's right, Charlie, and that's going to be the thing in this matchup here. We're going to see a big contrast of style, because over there in that corner where you've got Neil Nitro and Dylan Rage and Triple X, those guys lighter weight competitors than their opponents and get into a lot of the high-flying action, and we're going to see if that style, those high-risk moves, might pull off the win for them here tonight.
Well, that'll remain to be seen, but we have this Barry Rose in there now, and you know this young fellow that calls himself Dylan Rage, I was very impressed with him a few weeks ago because he showed me a lot of true wrestling agility inside that ring, Dan.
Yeah, he lost a loser leaves APW match to Viper, and he came in here tonight, and he was a week early, actually, out of that 30 days, and I understand you granted him an arrestment to let him come back in because we were a couple guys short back there in the locker room. That's an awful nice gesture there, Charlie.
Well, thank you there, Dan. I appreciate that. And look at these big chops now being delivered by DL Cool, sounding out. We can hear them all the way over here at the broadcast table. And DL Cool now going to a side headlock on Dylan Rage.
And he shoots from that headlock to a hip lock takeover. And right now he's putting all his weight onto Dylan Rage, who rolls him up. Bravo is preoccupied. Barry Rose with a double axe handle.
Well, I tell you what, the referee's got his back turned, and this Dylan Rage is being murdered in the squared circle right in the center of that ring. Now, DL gives the tag to this Jacob Stone, and Stone goes for a big move there for a lariat business, and Dylan Rage catches him coming off, and now kicking and stomping away, and Jacob Stone is Dylan Rage.
And now he's in no man's land, and we got this Triple X coming in. Let's see what he can do.
Well, that's going to be something, because this guy won't weigh 100 pounds soaking wet with 2 bricks in his pocket. And they're working him over in that corner. Look at DL Cool now going off the apron of that ring. and I guarantee you that'll give you a whiplash in a hurry, Dan.
No doubt about it. Now let's see. Stone sets his man up, body slam. Rose perched in position. Another double axe handle.
Yes, very efficient double axe handle there. And look at Rose, Barry Rose, lifting this young fellow up. I assume he's a young fellow, either that or he's a midget, Dan. I'm not sure which. Brings him over with a big snap suplex. And look at DL Cool pulling him out on the outside of this ring. Delivers a big chop and lifts this Triple X up. A big body slam right out here on this hard concrete floor. And once again, we have three men on one as all three of the DL Cool, Barry Rose, and Jacob Stone working over this young fella.
And he's in a lot of trouble at this point in time. This Triple X really does need a tag.
Yes, he does.
He's in a lot of trouble, that's right. And whether you like it or not, whether it's sportsmanlike of them or not, it is smart. Rose and Stone and DL Cool are keeping the smallest man of this six-man tag match isolated in their side of the ring. They've just cut him off from his partners, and he's on the receiving end of one heck of a just devastation.
Devastation it is, and look now as they're lifting this Triple X up, going for a power slam, and DL Cool literally lifts him up over his head and slams into that mat, Dan Paris.
Very unforgiving, and if Triple X stays in there a whole lot longer, man, he's going to go down, Charlie. But the thing of it is, this guy, they ought to call him the Flying Mosquito because that's about as big as he is. Obviously, that's your weakest link in that six-man combo.
That's exactly right, Dan. And, you know, this guy, he is definitely outweighed by about 250 pounds. So he's going to be in the world's hurt if he don't get over there and make a tag to one of these guys, Phil Nitro or Dylan Rage.
That is correct. Barry Rose shoots him off the rope. Lariat's his man. And in the meantime, Jacob Stone took a nasty spill off the apron. I don't know. Somebody must have hit him or something. I didn't catch that.
Well, notice there, this Barry Rose going for that pin, and he could have had this Triple X counted out, but he lifted him up with that mask. It looks like these guys are just enjoying inflicting extra punishment to this young guy inside that ring.
That's right. Triple X in a lot of trouble, sent for the ride. Rose charges his man, gets caught by some feet. The little man's going for a tag. He can't quite make it.
He just missed that tag by a couple of fingers there, Dan. They got him back over there now, Tony, in the worst kind of way. They got him in a situation where that he definitely needs to make a tag. And look at that big chop as he throws that big chop on none other than Neil Nitro.
That's right, and they got Triple X taking him down hard with that suplex, and Triple X, just before that happened, looked like he was favoring the knee. This man's absorbed a lot of punishment, and you got to wonder how much gas he's got left in the tank, and, you know, if he can't get to that tag, things might be all over for him in this matchup.
That's exactly right, Tony, and I've got those yawns now, Dan. I believe it's catching over here. But here we go. He gives a tag, and Neil Nitro coming in. And Neil's not at all happy about being knocked off the apron of that ring by DL Cool, but he caught him unexpectedly with a thundering chop, pump handle slam. I thought, yeah, that's what it is, a pump handle slam. And Neil Nitro now not faring much better in there against these three old beanies, DL Cool, Barry Rose, and Jake Stone. Exactly right, Dad.
Well, Neil Nitro right now in a world of trouble, and Jacob Stone may be getting ready to set him up for a fist drop or something. No, he missed the leg drop. He missed the leg drop. Nitro trying to get over to do the tag.
I haven't saw that move there since Gene Tucker retired.
What, missing a leg drop?
Yeah, Keister bop.
All right, Dylan Rage loses his cool. He doesn't tag in. He and Barry Rose going at it outside. And in the meantime, Nitro with a moonsault connects.
Going for a second one, Dan. Look at this. 2, 3, and
That'll wrap it up at an even 10 minutes.
Winners of the matchup, the old Nitro, Dylan Rage and Triple
And Dylan Rage gets the best of Barry Rose. Jacob Stone better get out of the ring. Triple X is outside. He's banged up pretty bad, but he is a part of the winning combination.
Dylan Rage still kicking away on this Jacob Stone, and a very impressive win, and wrestling fans will have more momentarily.
All right, Dylan Rage, along with Triple X and Neil Nitro, walking around greeting the fans after a hard-fought victory.
Wrestling fans, didn't I tell you this was going to be a night to remember? What's up, my man? You did a good job right there. My man, what's up?
We got more to come.
You have any idea, Tom?
I have no idea whatsoever, Charlie.
What's football going to be when he grows up there?
An announcer.
Oh, okay. I hope so.
Well, I know one thing. The fans, they're going to tick Boomer Pain off really quick with this one. They're starting in with that. They want Gump champ. Gump champ. I haven't seen him here tonight, but the fans are really getting behind that man.
Somebody told me that Boomer Payne, the almighty sergeant there, had this young fella Gump on KP's detail tonight. You think he might have him on KP?
Perhaps so.
After last week's show, I verbally abused Gump in the back, and he took off running, and I haven't seen him since. Gump has gone AWOL. I have given Private Hurt tonight off. What? What? I've talked to my attorney, Jerry P. McGuire. I said, Jerry P. McGuire. Jerry P. McGuire. About the legal actions last week, and Charlie Bass forcing me to tag with Section 8. As it stands right now, I guess I'm kind of stiff on into being your tag team champions. wrestling, you know that. The thing's old. It's been about a year now. Section 8, what you need to do is you need to park your yellow carcass on the outside and let me defend the tag team titles because that's the kind of man I am. Yes! 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 Now what you people need to do is get on your feet and show me the proper respect as your tag team champion. I'm taking it to the hard of hearing. I said, stand on your feet and show me the proper respect I deserve. Yes! 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 Yes!
Wrestling fans, I guess somebody needs to start Boomer painting up. He thinks he's still up north where he can demand things. Let me tell you something, Boomer. You're in the South, the dear sunny South of South Carolina. You don't demand anything around here. You ask these people, and they might be nice to stand up and honor you as a champion, but you don't demand nothing.
Okay. I'm not asking. I'm telling you people to stand on your feet and give me the proper respect I deserve. Yes! 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 Yes!
I still think that Boomer needs to go home, look in the dictionary, and look under the word demand and see what that means, and then look under the word request and come back next week and try to give again.
Let me tell you something, you fat man. I have been in the ring with some of the sports bets, and I've beaten them all. So you don't tell me anything. I'm wrestling the PWI for crying out loud. I'm a superstar. I'm wrestling for the WWF. I've been to WCW. I've beaten everybody in ECW. There's not a person in this profession that I can't beat. So when I demand respect, these people need to listen and get on their feet. Yes! 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 Yes!
Well, Boomer Payne is still saying yes as he exits the arena here, wrestling fans, and I don't think a solitary person got up on their feet. And let me see now, wrestling fans, exactly where we are. Headed for bottom now. Headed for bottom.
You better know yourself. Here comes the sexiest freeway in AEW. The freak that old wrinkled up Indian Jay Eagle come out here and said he wanted a shot at Viper's heavyweight title. Let me tell you something, Eagle. You're so old you're fighting dust.
Fellas, what's going on at the table out here, my friends? Fabulous Playboys out here. Dan Parrish, you need to pull that microphone out of my face a little bit. I'm out here to find out who's got some money for food, man. Charlie Bass, come on some money for some food. The Fabulous Playboys hunger. Yeah, nobody wants to hear Viper, for God's sakes. What's going on, guys? You guys want to go to Memphis or anything?
We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, right. Charlie Bass, you look like somebody stole your lunch money. What happened? Welfare check didn't come in this week? What in the world happened to his hair? My God, what did they plug him into?
Last week, a no-good cannon-bag Indian wannabe interfered in the Freak Daddy's business. And when you mess with the Freak Daddy, it never ends up pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call that Indian out here. And when he steps through these ropes,
has AJ Frost lost his mind? For God's sakes, he ain't 100 pounds soaking wet in his boots full of water. That's it. He did it now.
Well, Charlie, we got company in the form of the Fabulous Playboy, and the promo, I know that he had something to say, but nonetheless, when you got two egos out here, that's what happens.
Well, I was trying to ignore it and hoping he'd go away.
Like a bad case of gas.
Are you talking about me again, you old fool? I'm going to take and whoop your rear end. I bet you it was your idea to put the Barney dolls behind the concession stand and make these people wave them in my face. I think that's about the most despicable thing you can do, Charlie Bass. And I bet you it was your Uncle Benny's idea, too, wasn't it?
No doubt.
All right, here comes Chief Jay Eagle.
Well, Dan Paris, as you see, Charlie Babb's on his way to the concession stand, get something to eat again. Charlie hasn't eaten in about 5 minutes.
you know, Viper, you about dangerous as a wet washcloth. You all mouth and you don't get the job done, son. And I know you out here with your girlfriend running her mouth, got her fucking sheet up. And I want to know, what's up with this nappy hairdo?
I called it first. Jay Eagle's stealing my stuff.
You know, I'm going to do what your daddy should have done a long time ago. When you get in here, I'm going to put some straps on your ass.
Well, there you have it from Chief Jay Eagle. Could put some straps on his rear end. Yeah, I'm not going to say ass. I'm not going to sit out here and cuss.
I think you just did.
What? I say he gonna put some straps on his rear end. Jay Eagle said ass. I'm not gonna repeat what Jay Eagle said.
Let me tell you something. You're just mad that you don't have enough hair on your head to look like the Freak Daddy. I think that hairdo's so sticky, me and Jesse Black's gonna do our hair the same way next week.
All you gotta do is plug your finger into an electrical socket and hook it right up.
If the microphone don't work, you ain't got enough sense to cut it on. That's the whole problem.
Hey, what's the deal with the referee? He looks a little familiar in those yellow shoes. Is that Pee Wee Herman?
No, it's someone equally as ridiculous.
No, Jeff G. Bailey don't work here no more.
And by the way, Buddy Rose, I want to introduce you to a guy that's been commentating with us a little while. say hello to Tony Gowan.
Hey, hello, Tony Gowan. How you doing? That's all I need to hear from you anyhow. Fabulous Playboys out here to watch Jay Eagle whip a little booty. And you know what? I like the Freak Daddy. But you know, how dumb is it to call Jay Eagle out here? You know he's going to have the fan support. You know these people are going to be behind him. You're not going to be able to get away with anything because the referees are in his back pocket around here. For God's sakes, the kid ought to have a little more sense in that, but you know he is with the DOE or the EOA or the DIE or the EIEIO. I don't know what their name is, but for God's sakes, you know, they ought to help this kid out a little better and let him know you don't call down a dog you can't lock up in a pen. You just shouldn't do that. What do you got to say, Tony? That's exactly what I thought. You know, Charlie Babb's over there ordering your food. You better hope he gets it the way you like it. Wait.
You give the man a chance to say something, at least give him some respect.
Oh, okay. Charlie wants to know, you want fries with that? Okay, he said no.
No, wait a minute.
No on the fries, Charlie. All right, see, now back to the match here. What do you got to say? See, you don't have anything to say either, Tony. We'll go back to you. What about you? Neither one of you have anything to say. You know what? This is about as sitting out here with Gina Strano and Charlie Babbs at the same time.
I kind of figured you'd say something crazy like that. All right, A.J. Frost with a lariat.
Right to the throat, which was a good place to put it. You want to slow that dirty? Put the Bernie doll away now! Look at that. Charlie Babbs can eat his food so quick he got to finish before he left the concession stand.
All right, Eagle going to work on A.J. Frost, the tomahawk chop.
Lighting him up like a cheap Christmas tree. Charlie, is that onions on your breath? Jay, look at this. The DOE heading for higher ground.
Looks like they may be getting ready to get counted out, but let's look and see.
Tony, I'll give you a chance. It's your last chance. If you don't say anything, I'm going back to work. Well, the one thing I want to know is, what is the deal with the referee? A black mask and yellow shoes. What is up with that? I'm telling you, man, it's Pee Wee Herman. My bet is Pee Wee Herman. I will put Charlie Babb's welfare check on it, all $5, that is Pee Wee Herman. Well, it might be. That remains to be seen. But right now, A.J. Frost, he seems like he's faring well. Just as I started to say that he was faring good against Jay Eagle, he sets him up on that middle rope, and that's going to hurt. That's going to leave a mark. Order up 1 jar of Aunt Jane's nut butter.
Eagle with a big boot to the chest of A.J. Frost, and whatever it is, whatever.
But if this was a ball game, it'd be 2 balls, 1 strike, right?
Absolutely, but I mean, you know, what you just said, I don't want to even acknowledge.
Well, would you want me to say that he hit him in the... You almost made me say it.
Where?
In the thingamajigger. You know, the... You know the... You know the mommy-daddy button. That's where he hit him. Jay Eagle using that hair to his advantage, and that's wrong. He's pulling the man's hair. The referee letting him get away with it. See, I told you, referees are in the back pocket of Chief Jay Eagle. You know, can you feel the love for the fabulous Playboy out here?
Not a bit.
The fans certainly are voicing an opinion at you joining us over here. I don't know if that's love, though. You know, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one, and just apparently theirs stinks.
Well, that's pretty much your opinion, and right now, A.J. Frost having to go to that bottom rope.
I don't have an opinion. I just state the facts. And, you know, one of the other facts is the fact that I beat Scott Youngblood fair and square in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3, the referee counted it. No. What else can you say?
We can say that you used the ropes to score the fall, and the official didn't see it.
Well, I would say that you were lying. Do you have that on videotape proof? But you know what? I asked you that, Dan Paris, and I know that what you'll probably do is you'll go home and you'll sit down between your 2 Sansui VCRs tonight, and you'll sit there and you'll doctor the tape. You'll pull out an old tape of some sort, of somebody else's feet on the ropes and try to plant it on me.
No, actually, at the end of the show, you hang around, I'll show it to you.
Yeah, I'd love to, Dan, but I've got to go. I've got a friend that I'm meeting for dinner tonight. I got somebody. I'm in negotiations for some pretty big things tonight, and we're going to be taking care of that at dinner.
All right, Eagle in trouble at this point in time, and Frost's going to work his man over, kick him in the back, step on his throat. Jay Eagle in a lot of problems.
I didn't hear you complain about him using the ropes.
Well, he came in there like a house of fire, fighting, really throwing out the rule book too. So if that makes you happy, I'll go ahead and say that.
Hey, there are no rule books in professional wrestling. Rules are made to be broken. Isn't that right, Tony?
I guess so.
Yeah, see, he even agrees with me. And I guess so's as good as yes in Memphis anyhow.
Memphis was a good time, but this is another time and another place. Eagle working over Frost.
He's working over his nose, for God's sakes, Dan Paris. He's working now. He's lighting up his chest again. Poor AJ Frost isn't going to be able to breathe for 6 months.
Frost making a run for it, and in the middle of the ring is where he can dodge the outside attack that Eagle's inflicting.
If AJ Frost was smart, he'd pack it up and get out of Dodge. What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, it seems like it. And Eagle going for the pin there, and AJ's partners here in the EOD pulling the referee out from under the rope, causing him to not make the count.
Hey, and I think that Jesse Black's pants have lost their gold trinket that hangs off of his pants. What was that? Hey, Dan Paris, did you see that? Jay Eagle dropped something in front of AJ Frost.
Take a look. Frost has an object in his hand, and he's getting ready to hit Eagle.
It was Jay Eagle's fault. Jay Eagle dropped it. There you go. Jay Eagle's getting what's due to him now. Jay Eagle deserves this, every bit of it. All because AJ Frost was trying to wrestle a good scientific match, and Jay Eagle drops that chain in the center of the ring. He gets what he deserves.
Eagle with a handful of those little like knots of hair, or whatever you want to call that.
Those are lockets of hair.
It looks terrible.
AJ Frost, man, that is a $300 French hairdo. Of course, it looks like Stevie Wonder was doing the French hairdo, but it's a $300 French hairdo.
All right, Eagle in trouble.
Eagle was in trouble when he hit the curtain, wasn't he, Tony?
Well, one could say that, yes, with it's basically 3 men against Eagle out here tonight. And there he's chopping AJ Frost back down again.
This crowd getting behind Jay Eagle. Of course, Jay Eagle's probably related to half of them, and the ones he isn't related to, his wife is.
Eagle going to work over Frost, and he's got him in trouble. He dropped him.
The Eagle bottom! The Eagle's nest! He dropped him with it!
Viper came in to break it
And
up.
Jesse Black grabbed the referee there. That was an insurance policy if I've ever seen one.
All right, Eagle in a full Nelson. Viper setting his thing up. He just hit Frost.
The Eagle's nest again. He hit it. There's 2 and 3.
All right, Eagle gets the win at 9 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the winner of the match is Jay Eagle.
Well, that's pretty impressive, Charlie. Your microphone works all the way from the bathroom.
Wrestling fans, at this time, if you look over here at the concession stand, you'll see this is the place to get the very best hot dogs, hamburgers, nacho cheese, nacho malt.
And if he says Bernie Dolls, I'm going over
kicking him in the ass.
Over here tonight, and some cookies, got some homemade oatmeal, and I believe chocolate chips, she told me. So come on over.
Hey, if you notice, Charlie Babs made his way to the concession stand before the intermission. He's probably wiped out half of the damn concession stand over there. But you know, Charlie has...
You told me last week if I beat AJ Frost, I'd get Viper next week. Can we do that?
Absolutely. If you're on a match, we'll arrange that match for next Saturday night.
What did you got going next week, Buckwild? Did I get this match with Viper, or is it up to the people? Y'all tell me right now, do you want this match tonight? Don't know you got to holler and yell. Let me know that you want this match with Viper. TK, I believe you got the match.
No, this isn't fair. This is like putting the wagon in front of the horse, letting the fans call it.
See that match next week. All right, what are we going to do? We're going to...
The way I see it, Johnny Bell, I'm the U.S. champion. If Viper wants it next week, let him come get it.
He says he's going to hold the belt.
You know, Viper, I figure this belt's just like your women. It's something you can't hang on to, son. I'm sorry, TJ Eagle, but it don't work like that. I'm going to have to let Viper have the belt. You're going to have to win it the right way. I'm sorry, man. We got to do things the right way around here.
It's about time that Buckwheat did his job properly.
TJ Eagle against Viper for the United States heavyweight title.
Hey, Eagle, you make the biggest mistake in your life messing with the elements of darkness, son. You're too old and crippled, and like I said before, you're far from done. So the best thing you better do is convince Buckwheat and Charlie Bass to take you out of this match, or I'm going to cripple you for life.
All right, Russ.
Rapping Bass, you heard it. The Viper has spoken. We got a match next week with Jay Eagle. Are y'all ready for that? Are y'all going to come back for that? All right, now we're going to have, y'all going to get your hot dogs and hamburgers.
Got some peach pie, also pecan pie over here.
At this time, we're going to take a pause. We'll be back with 3 more matches.
And we'll be back with
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first at this time in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, they are the Suicide Blondes. This is Sonny Landell and Mickey Richards. Ladies and gentlemen, in the ring at this time, he is one half of the APW Tag Team Champions, weighing in at 260 pounds from Battle Creek, Michigan. This is Section 8. Ladies and gentlemen, and at this time, making his way in the ring, the other half of the APW Tag Team Champions, weighing in at 250 3/4 pounds from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is Sergeant Boomer Payne.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a three-way elimination tag team. To stand up, and I'm telling you, I think everybody's springs broke, Dan. I just don't believe they're going to get up for Boomer Payne.
Well, I think the thing of it is these people don't trust him after all that's happened.
Would you trust a man like Boomer Payne?
No doubt, but you know, it's almost like Felix Unger and Oscar Madison in there. It's Section 8 and Boomer Payne. This is a...
If I'd be in a motel room with him, I'd sleep with my wallet under my pillow.
I could understand that, and so would I, but I wouldn't try to room with him. But what I was trying to say, these two are an odd couple, whether they like to team together or not. They're the champions. They got to team together.
Odd couple, I'm telling you, this is the oddest of couples. There's going to be Sonny Landell off against Big Boomer Payne, and Dan, just take over here and sort of call this thing. You understand it a little better than I do, and I'm going to pass the mic along to Tony, and he'll be talking back and forth with you.
Well, as long as you don't bring Buddy Rose Jr. out here, we'll be fine.
I don't think Tony or either myself or you, either one, want Buddy Rose back out of here. I had to take a powder a while ago.
All right, what the rules are of this match, it's a three-way dance elimination match. 3 teams are involved. 1 team will take a pin or a submission, and they must leave the ring. This will leave 2 teams in the ring. And then it'll go down to another pinfall or submission occurs, and then you'll have a final winner. So what this is really 2 matches rolled into one.
What this is a 3-way tag team match that will eventually boil down to having a winner of the match, and the winner of the match will be the tag team champions. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Go ahead, Tony.
As far as I can tell you, it is for the APW Tag Team Championship. And right now in the ring, the Dark Lion has Mickey Richards in trouble and can't quite put him away. Dark Lion and Lotus forming a tag team. The Blondes probably heavily favored in this match. Richards and Landell very experienced. Take a look at Payne right now. Take a look.
Boomer Payne over there in that corner of Lion and Lotus, and Lotus working over Mickey Richards still in that corner, and things not looking good for the team of Mickey Richards and Sonny Landell in this matchup right now. And the fans certainly all shocked about 2 weeks ago when the Dark Lion kind of turned his back on everybody, and he's going it on his own without the fans behind him now.
Well, that's a fact. I'll tell you what, this Dark Lion, he doesn't care. He's flat out stated. It doesn't matter if the fans are with him or whether they're against him. He's going to do it how he wants to do it. And I don't know if that's quite a good thing or not, but the bottom line is this. He's got to deal with Section 8, and he's got to deal with the Blondes. Now, Payne, on the other hand, is can't get along with anybody, or so it seems, except for his own army.
That's the thing. He's in there, and I've just got to wonder how it's going to work out in the end with a combination of Boomer Payne and Section 8, the animosity between them, defending the tag team titles, and now it seems like we've got the guys in the middle of the ring involved in a pose down.
Take a look at Lotus. This man looks like a giant bulldog.
He's built like a fire plug, isn't he, Dad?
Yeah, I mean, he's low to the ground, low center, stocky, and just like a fire plug, I guess you could say. But I think the people are wanting him to put his shirt back on.
Look at the masked referee. This masked referee showboating up there. I thought we wore this thing out 3 years ago, Dad.
Well, I don't know if it's the same guy, but I hope they retire him too.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy don't have the first clue, and you talk about cheating. If he gets a chance, he'll be cheating in that ring.
All right, we got Section 8 with a hip lock takeover to take him down. And he's got him on the mat with the headlock applied.
Exactly right, Dad. And notice this, Boomer Payne up on that bottom turnbuckle of rope and threatening, but we don't know who he's threatening, if he's threatening his old man, Section 8, or who. But notice Dark Lion comes in now with a big stomp, and Section 8 goes after him, and he takes off for hiatus. Tony, scoot over here in this seat.
I think Charlie's going to go hit the concession stand again. And in the meantime, we do have another tag, and Landell will come in, and he sends his man into ropes with a lariat.
Landell coming in, and he's going in, trying to make a cover on Lotus there, and Boomer Payne coming in and making the kicks, interrupting the count. Boomer Payne just running around the outside of the ring now, taunting Landell. And we've got Dark Lion in, and now Lotus and Dark Lion are both all over Landell. Section 8 trying to come over to help, and this masked referee trying to force him out of the ring. All of these men's going at it. This is a tough chore for a referee to control all of these men. out here at the one time.
Yeah, all at one time. It is a constant situation of confusion. And the Dark Lion just hits Landell with a suplex.
5 minutes have gone by in the contest, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes.
And you know, Tony, I'm wondering what exactly the time limit on this match is. With 3 teams in there, we could be looking at a good 30-minute long match.
I believe that's what it is, Dan. And right now we've got Boomer Payne in working over Landell. He thumbed Landell to the eyes, and the referee told him not to do it. And Boomer asked him to do what, and he thumbed him in the eyes. Now Landell coming out of the corner, catching him with those chops, trying to mount a comeback here against Boomer Payne.
Landell with an elbow smash, and Landell with a cover. We got only 2.
Boomer Payne kicking out right before the 3, and sliding back into that corner, trying to beg off Landell. He doesn't want any more of Sonny.
Landell laying in some boots, and Payne in trouble.
Payne down on the mat, and I think he's not really wanting to be in there with Sonny Landell. And now Landell goes over, tags in his tag team partner Mickey Richards. They whip Boomer Payne across, and double hip toss, wasn't that, Dan?
Indeed, and now Richards with a cover.
Got only a 2 count again. Boomer Payne still able to kick out. Mickey Richards laying in the heavy fist, whipping him across and catching him with a big-time drop kick. Maybe that's enough to put him away.
All right, Richards with a cover. And Lotus comes in and breaks it up.
Lotus and the Dark Lion both coming in. They don't want anybody to get the win thus far. They're got their eyes set on becoming the tag champs themselves.
You know, Tony, maybe you ought to remind the crowd and everyone that this match is not one fall. It is an elimination match. You know, that's the thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is an elimination match. It is not one fall.
So it actually takes 2 falls to end this match.
And now we've got Mickey Richards taking Lotus down with a big back elbow, getting a 2 count only. Dark Lion making the save for his partner. And now it's breaking down again. We've got Section 8 in, taking Lotus off of Mickey Richards and whipping him in that corner, catching him with that big lariat in there.
Lotus taking the worst of it, Section 8, all over him, working his man over.
Section 8 really taking it to Lotus, whipping him into that corner, catches him with that big splash and got the big man rocked. And he just laid him back into the corner and takes him out again. Look at the strength, Dan, picking him up and slamming him down.
And he hits with a leg drop.
2 count again only. Dark Lion in to save his tag team partner. Sonny Landell telling Lion if he comes in again, he's going to get a piece of him.
Boomer Payne in Section 8 still not working too well as a tag team.
Not working too well at all. Matter of fact, they've each took an opposite corner, not even wanting to stand in the same corner with one another. And Sonny Landell bringing Lotus out with a big bulldog, slamming his face right down into the mat, and is it enough? He goes for the cover.
All right, Boomer Payne breaks up the pinfall attempt.
That he does, Dan, and now Boomer Payne all over Landell. The Dark Lion and Lotus getting a hold of him too. Sonny Landell absorbing a lot of punishment. Mickey Richards coming in to make the save. He's all over Lotus. Dark Lion still got a hold of Landell on the ropes though. Section 8. There's action all over the place. Section 8 coming over, driving the Dark Lion's head right into the ring post.
Landell knocking Boomer Payne off the apron. And that leaves Lotus in a bad way, all alone with the Suicide Blondes. And he just got caught with a drop kick to what I guess you'd call the nether regions, Dan.
Yeah, below the belt for sure.
Mickey Richards in on the tag, gonna bring him out of the corner hard. Now dropping that elbow into the knee, working over that leg.
You know, they're setting up. This is a prelude to the figure four leg lock. This is what they're trying to set up. And if Lotus gets in that, he's going to be in trouble.
2. Boomer Payne trying to get everyone and even me convinced that it's one fall to win this matchup. Now the Dark Line and Lotus, let's see what they got going here together. Really, things are breaking down in there, Dan. We've got all the men in the ring at one time, and apparently at that point the Dark Line and Lotus were trying to pin each other to get the win.
All right, we have Section 8, suplex and Dark Line. Everyone on the outside brawling out. Section 8 just dropped his man. Section 8 and Boomer Payne get the win, and they'll advance to face the Suicide Blonde. Evidently,
Right here, Dan, interesting thing going on in the ring now. We've got Section 8 and Boomer Payne. They're basically snatching the belts away from each other. And now, Section 8 stunning Boomer Payne in the middle of the ring and walking out with his tag team title belt. I don't see how these men can have any future trying to work together to defend these belts.
evidently there's confusion on our behalf. Primarily, I'll take the blame. I thought this was an elimination match. Buck Wild came over here and tried to explain this to us, and to say the least, we just it was under a one-fall match. So as a result, Section 8, Boomer Payne get the win. All right, fans, at this time, we're going to change tape.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got B.L. Cool and Mary Rose. How you doing?
Because, brother, we play our music right here in a squared circle, only as Burry Rose and Handsome D.L. Cool can do. Do you understand that? Now, first off, American Pro Wrestling, one of the greatest independent wrestling leagues going today, bar none. Do you understand that? And I don't care what none of these rednecks has got to say about that. But one thing for sure, and three things for certain. Chief J. Eagle, Blackjack Dalton was out here 2 weeks ago. They was going to make a man. Oh, brother, I want to shake your hand. Talk to you while Daniel told me on a hunting trip to make friends with you, be friends with you. Well, I'll tell you something. We will. Chief J. Eagle and Wahoo McDaniels his ass all over the Mid-Atlantic area. You know why? Back 20 years ago, me and Burry Rose run with men like Big Sweet Hanson, Buddy Landell. Do you know why? Well, tell me why. Because we was the dirtiest players in the game. We lost a match tonight to some young punks because there was like 3 or 4 of them here. We couldn't keep our eyes on all of them at one time. And this old lady over here, she was on my last nerve. So who are you challenging? The fans would like to know. Fans, do you want to know who he's challenging? Okay, who are you challenging? What? Who are you challenging? Yeah. Eagle. Where's Eagle at? Where's Jay Eagle? Where's the big bad Indian at? Huh? Yes, yes. Right here. Eagle, me and you go back a long way, boy. A long time ago. You shut my mouth, you think you can? Eagle, we've been all over North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia. It's always come down to me and you. My brother, D.L. Cool, gave me a call the other week, told me about Blackjack. Blackjack, you know, little bitty fella. So the bottom line is Charlie Babs can sign a match in 2 weeks. It's got to be 2 weeks now. Because my brother here is booked in Miami, Florida, and I'm scheduled to be in Washington, D.C. But in 2 weeks, brother, we can get on a silver bird, and we come back to this little stinking redneck town in South Carolina and keep Blackjack Dalton and Chief J. Eagle's booty all around the squared circle. So what can you do, Babs? You've held me back long enough. I'm ready. I want some. We're here. We can do it now.
The only thing I can say is don't ask for something unless you really want it.
Oh, I want it.
And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. First thing Monday morning, I'm going to be on the telephone to Blackjack Dalton. You're saying that on the 1st of February is when you want the match, right? All right? And Blackjack Dalton can be here. Jay Eagle's got an open contract. That match will take place on Saturday night, February the 1st. You got your match.
All right. Now, what about this ifing stuff? We don't want no ifing. We want that yellow-bellied carrot eagle and that backstabbing Blackjack Dalton right here in the center of this ring, strapped up, booted up, ready to go. I don't want no ifing. I want them in the ring.
All right, you'll get it. You'll get that match February the 1st when D.L. Cool and Mr. Burry Rose will be a tag team combination to take on Blackjack Dalton and Chief J. Eagle.
Eagle. Brother, I can't wait. think you're being called out. We know you're back there in the back, boy. I seen you sat back there in the back while ago, taking a drink out of a whiskey bottle. What is it? Are you took too much to wobble that big butt out here? I want you to get that side belly out here and tell me where you want to go tonight. They want you out here, Chief Jay. I'm gonna go on back in the back and get my stuff ready. You know, DL Cool, I hadn't planned on coming out here, but after sitting back there for about 10 minutes, listening to you slap them lips, I thought I'd come on out. Now, let me tell you something, Barry Rose. I didn't even know you was still alive, you old geezer. But you don't... You know, if I remember you guys right, you always was pretty tough when they was two of you. And I'm going to give Blackjack a call because he told me 2 weeks ago. He told me 2 weeks ago if I needed him calling. I'm not saying I need him. I believe I could probably handle you and you by myself. Gagel, if all these people show up here in 2 weeks, and if Blackjack Dalton decides not to show, I'll be your tag